This reminds me of the COVID shows, and I got to tell you, here's something from COVID I really, really miss. And I know people hated it, but wearing masks, I loved it because you can talk so much shit about people as long as your eyes keep smiling. It's wonderful. I love it. And now we can't. I really do miss that. But I don't know if you know this or not. I always like to give, I'm a giver. I'm giving you guys some information. It is National Turtle Day. So I am wearing my hat from it's probably backwards, but it's the Bonaire Sea Turtle Rescue. You go and you buy the hat and they have a little number there so you can follow your little sea turtle as it goes all over the world. Theoretically, it's probably all bullshit, but it is covering up the gray roots. And that is what's important. And in case you can tell, I went to a skin doctor the other day and I got a little zap there, a little precancerous zap there, a little cosmetic zap there. So I really miss the masks for that too. I'm kind of hideous going on here right now, but it's all right. It's all right. It's only going to be on the internet forever. But you know what? I just want to say cheers. This is a little bit of vodka. And that's also, by the way, why they put the Irish gal up first, because they knew I'd be shit-faced by the end of the show. Smart move, Grace. Smart move. So here is my vodka. And then I like to work on my hangover as I'm getting it. So I flavor my vodka with just a little bit of emergency. And then it's all tasty and fine. So cheers, everyone. I'm really proud to say that I'm sober. I'm California sober, as it turns out. See, I don't know if you know this again, but the California sober is when you smoke pot and drink, but you don't do the harder drugs. It's kind of like Alabama educated. And speaking of ill-informed, backward red states that are going to drain the fuck out of our economy when the climate change that they so vehemently deny actually happens. In Arkansas, a while ago when Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the worst Nepo baby ever, was governor, I think she's still, who knows what the hell she's doing, but they're trying to get a law passed in Arkansas that librarians who check out books that are LGBTQ or race related or any kind of, if they check out a book in a library, not even a school, just a plain library, if they check out a book to someone under 18 that has those topics in it, they can go to jail for a year.
Wow.
A year in jail. For librarians, my God, that shocked me. Arkansas has libraries. But that would be kind of funny, though, like librarians in jail. It sounds like a porn movie, doesn't it? Librarians in jail. Speaking of LGBT, what we're going to be doing now is normally we each do like 15 minutes and we turn it over. But starting right now, we're each going to do 2 minutes and just keep rotating the 2 minutes because we're fairly certain with 5 women, DEI is going to step in and close this fucking show down. So we're going to talk really fast. No. What we're here to talk about today is relationships. Relationships. Let's drink to that. Okay. So, I have been in a long-term relationship, almost 20 years. And I'm gay, in case you couldn't tell by, I don't know, the fact that I'm not wearing any makeup and don't care that my face looks like shit right now. Anyway. Yeah, it took me forever to come out of the closet. I was 37 years old and I was journaling about things that I feared. And I thought, what do I fear? I fear people think I'm gay. All right, who thinks you're gay? Me. So I did a little research and I saw a few movies, read a few books, like the movies and the books. And the next time I saw my sister, who was also gay, she said to me, "So how are you doing? Are you seeing anyone?" And I said to her, "Actually, I really wanted to talk to you about that because I think that I might be gay, but I just don't know about the fisting." She goes, "The what?" And I go, "The fisting." In every book I was reading, this book was great. It was going along great. It was really hot. And then all of a sudden, and she goes, whoa. I don't know what book you were reading. Don't worry about it. And thank God you said something to me first. I could just see you on your first date. Well, all right, here we go. Woo! So I've been with my partner for almost 20 years now. And for those of you, hold the applause, please. For those of you who have been in a relationship for a long time, you just know after a while, you can read them like a book. You know what they're thinking. If she comes home and I'm wearing my sexy panties, she knows I didn't do the laundry. Am I right, ladies? Mike, you don't know about this, but we do not wear that shit if you're not involved because it's lacy and itchy and scratchy. Like, I'm wearing cotton, you know what's under there, deal with it. Anyway. So for a while there, as all things do, kind of up and down, but lately our romantic endeavors have been going just off the charts, and it's because I got a tattoo of a remote control right down here. Faster, slower, faster. Pause. I have really bad. Oh, look, come here. I'm staying with some friends. Come here, Piper. This is my substitute cat. I have cats, but this is my substitute while I'm here staying with friends. This is Piper, my little puffball head. Hi, Piper. Anyway, I have really bad ADD. As you can tell, a dog walked in, and now I'm talking about the dog. But my partner would always says, when you get to the door, just ask yourself, what do I need? And I'm like, that is not how ADD works. That's not how your brain. No, here's how it works. You go out in your car. You get in your car. As you're shutting the door, you see a leaf. You think, oh, look at that leaf might blow. And then you think, oh, blow like a straw. Oh, shit, I forgot my hair tie. Like, that's how your fucking brain works. It's not get to the door and figure out what the fuck I'm going to forget.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're driving. And I'm driving. She's in the passenger seat. She flips down the visor and she says, airbag warning, what's that? I said, you're talking too much. Ironically, that was the last thing she said all day. But we did get into a bit of a doozy of a fight the other day. Because I found a chin hair. It was like 8 feet long. I tripped on it. That's how I found it. I mean, that's your job. That is your one job. You look at me every day. That is your job to find it. Like, if you see something, say something. I told her, if I'm ever in a coma and, I'm in a hospital, please don't just wait. Just go find someone and be happy. Like, serious coma, not like, hey, Jenny's got the flu, better go find somebody new this weekend. But like a serious coma, go out and have fun. But just promise me you will come back to the hospital and dye my hair and pluck my chin at least once a month. Don't mix them up. But you'd really hate to see the nurse walking in going, hey, did you see that bald lady with the long dark beard? What's going on? Anyway. So we have 2 cats because that is a law for lesbians. You have to have some cats. And we got them in Mexico. I used to work with this tour group and they would do these like volunteer things. So we worked at these animal shelters while we were touring. So I was in Mexico and we had our cat. He's got a little bit of an accent, but other than that, you can't tell. And I'm like, meow. But yeah, he they're both so cute. We actually have 2 of them now, and that when the first one we got, he just like came up to me, and I bent down to scratch him behind the ears, and he put his whole little tiny head in my hand. Oh. Turns out it was ear mites. But it morphed into love. It truly did morph into love, and was fine. And they're wonderful, delightful little kittens now. Other than we have kind of different parenting styles, like to me, they do not know they are small, domestic, short-haired cats. They think they're badass lions. I mean, they are really, they hunt things. They're badass in their heads. And she's like, no, he's still talking. really rough, and then they kick you with their fat feet, and it's fun. And she's like, no, he's a gentle soul. You have to pet him gently. She has a little feather on a stick, and she has, jump for the feather. And he jumps for the feather. And I will admit, she has him jumping very high for that feather. So I was out on the road, and I called home, and I said, hey, how you doing? Fine. And how's Benito? Because we named him Benito Juarez. That's what you do when they're from Mexico. So I said, how's Benito? And she said, I'm mad at him. He's locked in the bedroom. I said, what'd he do? She said, he caught a bird and brought it in the house, and there are feathers everywhere. I said, well, I wonder where he learned that, Obi-Wan. Anywho'sville. Yeah. So, yeah, the other day too, it was kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these clocks. They have clocks. They're like audio, and they come on and they tell you the time, and you can see it too, but the clock will say the time is now 7 p.m. right? This is automated female voice. It's now 7 p.m. So this was before we had even gotten together. This was years, and we almost didn't get together because of this. She calls, and she's like, who's over there? I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I heard another female voice. What's over there? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, whatever, and hung up on me. I had to go out and buy one of those damn clocks. See, all right, fine. Okay. You know what? I don't even mind that you did not laugh at the infidelity joke, because that is not the saddest part of my relationship set. This is the saddest part of all of the that you just heard. My partner and I actually broke up a little while ago, and I really, really miss those jokes. I can't fucking tell them anymore now. This is the last time I'm ever gonna get to tell those jokes. It sucks. It sucks. I miss my cats. It was a joke. Brr. Oh well. Anywho'sville. Oh, yeah, now it's not going to work now. But another thing I miss is people picked me up at LAX. I just fucking took an Uber, and it was like $50. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, this sucks. Anyway, so relationships. So you have those kind of relationships, and then you also have mother-daughter relationships. My mother moved in with us. She moved in on October 31st of 2023, the scariest Halloween ever. And yeah, she is bedridden, and she was like on hospice. So they gave you books, right? And they say, this is what to do if this happens, and they're like so specific when you want to make sure this happens or that will happen, and don't do this or that could happen. All this like scary shit. And then at the end of one chapter was a sentence with 4 words in it. That's all it said. Also, beware of choking. What? What do I do if she choked? There was nothing. Nothing. So when the nurse came the next day, I'm like, what do I do if she chokes? And the nurse was like, is she having trouble swallowing? I'm like, no, but the book said choking. In case you care, you flip them on their side and try to get it out. But anyway, she hasn't choked. So that's good. She is, as I said, bedridden. So you guys can kind of do the math on what my jobs entail. That means I do have to change her diapers. And a friend of mine said, she changed you, but I was a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And also, as I was changing the second diaper of hers, the second diaper I changed, I realized this is the second diaper I've ever changed in my life. I have never changed kids' diapers. Oh, I see Grace. Okay, we gotta roll. All right, so yeah. But, she's still sharp as a tack. I got to tell you, sharp as a tack. The other day, when she first got to me, she had bed sores, got those wiped up right away. Everything was good. And the nurse turns her over and she goes, oh, Mary Lou, your butt looks perfect. And she looks at her without missing a beat and goes, well, the next man I meet, I'll just tell him I have a perfect butt. Then she said, I said something, I forget what it was, and I looked at her and I go, "I'm getting pretty smart, aren't I, Mom?" And she looks at me and goes, "Well, you only had one way to go." I get it. I get it now. I get it. Beware of choking them. Ha! I understand. All right. I am going to finish my cocktail and get my spotted little face out of here and turn the show back over to Grace. Thank you all so much. I heard all your laughs and chuckles, and it meant a
Woohoo!
So
lot.
much.
Thank you very much.
Woo!
Bye, all.
Everyone.
Yay!
Give it up for her. Woo!
Woo!